Hi, my name is Todd Kurth. I am here today to discuss things that happen behind the veil, in secret and in the shadow. It's quite a burden, but I want everyone to operate with love and light. Offer forgiveness to those that might have caused you harm, pain, suffering, and death. What I'm going to tell you today, I'm doing this so you can operate from your higher selves, so you can forgive the people that did you wrong, and so you don't hold any anger and resentment in your heart, so you can release it to God, restore the balance. Let God handle it. Offer forgiveness and love. Remember to turn the other cheek. Okay. One of my jobs here is to help guide people on their journeys, to overcome obstacles that have limited them in their past, otherwise relationships, work, societal problems, and allow them to find their path through truth. I am also an oracle, truth teller, and my third eye is opened, my crown is unlocked. I channel for the Most High, and I have the ability to see beyond and travel beyond. So, let's get in with the rest of the message. Okay. Okay, I'm open, ready to receive Spirit through me. We're here to discuss a situation that has spanned it over a decade. Okay. But the main part that should be known is one that affects everyone. This manipulation stemmed out of hatred, greed, anger, and the desire for power and control. During President Trump's term, Nancy Pelosi was having difficulty getting Trump to sign a Green New Deal, which a lot of constituents had money invested in technology, green technology. When you control the largest buying force in the world, you can influx the market at your will. The United States is one of the largest producers and purchasers, and their money was in green technology. They had to sell it. This stemmed back from when they wanted to use global warming as the marketing tool to sell products, forcefully purchased through the government. Because when the bill is paid, the debt is paid with our taxpayer money. The people invested get paid. The people that invested are in politics. They don't use these products. They just operate from greed and control. This is their journey. This allows other people to learn what side not to be on. They had a lot invested in this. A lot. And they wanted nothing more than to destroy a president that was really trying to do good, even though he was a lifelong Democrat. They outcasted him because he wasn't part of the clique. He wasn't giving them money anymore. He was going to ruin it for them. They had to stop it. The United States, Canada, and China had a research facility in Wuhan. Gain of function research was on the SARS virus in China. We, as in the United States, massively helped fund it. Also, our partners in Canada. Back when the Clintons were in office, they knew about this. They wanted something safe, but could generate a panic. Something that was scary. Something that forced people to operate out of fear. When you're panicked, you have increased cortisol levels in your body. You will not think things through clearly. Then the reprogramming could start. They initiated this. They wanted to do it as soon as possible. China did not want to go along with the plan. Negotiations happened. They encouraged people to riot in Hong Kong. They created a thorn for China. This was a motivating factor. Then they offered to remove the thorn from China's side. China could have full control of Hong Kong without any involvement from any other country. They could remove the two-party system that was established there. Britain complied. China accepted. But they wouldn't allow them unless they received Hong Kong first. China took control of Hong Kong without a problem. President Trump was trying to stop it. Nancy Pelosi kept the pressure on him hard. That was her main job. Ridicule every move that he tries to make. George Soros would handle the rest by controlling the media and what other people thought. He gets a pleasure out of the power game. It went through smoothly. Trump wasn't allowed to put an aircraft carrier in the harbor that would help deter Chinese forces from arresting people. No other country supplied any support whatsoever. They were instructed not to do anything or interfere. Once China had full control of Hong Kong, the date was already set for it to be during a military games. They needed plausible deniability for this to take place, allowing all parties to be considered innocent, and no focus will be placed on them if it got down to it. Viruses released, situations were staged, people died. It got very dark. Mr. Trump was in office, and they restricted him from closing flights. They restricted other countries from closing off their flights. They accepted as many people as they could so that the virus would be able to spread. Nancy Pelosi called Mr. Trump a xenophobe. That got a lot of attention. For trying to block people coming from a virus-affected area. This was a modified virus. United States, Canada, China, all had their hands in it. This information is privileged to the Clintons, Obama. Even Biden had documentation when he was vice president about it. It had to spread around the world. As soon as that was done, smear campaigns could start. People would operate in fear. People were fearing others sneezing. This caused cortisol levels across the world to go up dramatically. And then the reprogramming could start. On the media, they bashed anybody that was supporting the Republicans. They allowed rioting in the streets. George Soros called Antifa the browncoats, just like Nazis had browncoats. They would cause panic and riots in the streets, making people scared, making people fearful. Allowing people, especially the ones that they needed to change their thinking, to be locked inside their homes, not in churches. That would be bad. Not outside in parks relaxing, that would be bad. They need to be locked in their homes in front of the TV so that they can play hateful speeches and scare them all hours of the day and night. Cortisol levels had to be high. The programming had to go through. This made people that didn't even care about politics hate Mr. Trump. It made it easier for people to get angry at each other for no reason. We're all human. We're all spiritual beings living a human experience. They needed people not to operate out of love, but fear and anger. Make sure there's no oxytocin in their bodies. And when everybody is locked down and being reprogrammed in their homes, there was a problem. Mother Nature started cleaning up the environment, less pollution, the planet was healing. Places around the world had cleaner air, bluer skies, the water became cleaner, the oceans became cleaner. Earth was repairing itself without any intervention. Sewage was decreasing massively in polluted areas. Coral reefs were rejuvenating, plant life growing where there was none. This is a big problem. To get people to sign off on a Green New Deal, they did not need them knowing that the canals in Venice were crystal clear again. They didn't smell like sewage anymore. The world was healing. They needed this technology, which all their money was involved in, to go through, because it was trillions of dollars of the US money that was going to pay into it, making them rich off of stock and legislation. Forcing people, unknowingly forcing people to purchase because you're using the government's taxes money from the citizens to finance a bill that shouldn't exist. Just let nature take its course. The planet was healing itself. But greed really took over. They motivated it constantly in the news. They did what they could to try to get Trump out. The only person that they could have replaced Trump was Biden. Biden did not want to do it. Dementia was setting in too much. He wanted to spend time with his son and his family. But they forced him. They said it was the only way to save his son, Hunter, from all of the crimes that he committed, was to do a presidential pardon. This was in the plan from the very beginning. He did it. Barack Obama would be behind the scenes coaching. looks like a third term for Obama. I'm sorry, Mr. Biden. That's a huge weight to carry. Just to get a Green New Deal to sign over. COVID was spread around the world because of greed, anger. So, it's a lot. Please forgive everyone and release it to God so we can go back into balance. We've been out of balance for too long. Peace be with you. Namaste.